Hey, what's up, guys? This is Books Nelson with the At Me Bro Show, and this is the beginning of what's going to be a lot more happening a lot more this year, which is a lot more recorded content. I streamed 99.9 of everything I put up last year, and I've upgraded my equipment and my whole, you know, YouTuber situation here to have more gameplay and all that stuff for you guys when I get the opportunity to do it. And I wanted to get into the my career stuff. So first things first, this is overall for people who actually like my career because I am a my career fan. Shout out to Brutal Sim, also a my career fan. And I feel like my career has really fallen off over the years. Honestly, even going back to last gen, still feel like last gen my career had the spirit that I really enjoyed. And my career, especially from like 2K16, has just been kind of going down and down and down to the point where it's gotten to this place where we just watch this little movie and then we grind out the same NBA game over and over. And the gameplay in those NBA games is like the worst 5v5 gameplay in the whole game. So I'm going to look at this trailer. And I will talk about some of the park stuff that goes on here as the trailer goes through. It's just basically a reaction overall. Um, and so everybody was, really upset last year that we didn't get a new neighborhood, and apparently we have a new neighborhood. But it looks like most of the same stuff is in the neighborhood. We see Court Conqueror, Wheels, Doc's Barbershop. The neighborhood actually changes all the time because of the events. So I'm sure they're restructuring it, and I'm, glad they're adding new art assets. But that wasn't really anything I cared about because I don't know. I just don't really care how the neighborhood looks. It doesn't really bother me. So the my career story is you're the son of an NBA of a basketball star. I don't know if he's supposed to specifically be an NBA player. You're called Junior, which is funny because I have my dad's name, Nelson Blake. I'm Nelson Blake II. He specifically did not name me Junior because we have a cousin named Junior, and he didn't want that cousin feeling like he had any relationship to my name, which is why I'm not a junior. I'm a second. But shout out to Unique Mazik Jr., who gets his name in the game all the time. So that's pretty cool. Love this actor. He's fantastic. So that's cool. So here's something. I actually want to talk about this real quick. So this is gorgeous. Look at this background. Like, I hope this is not I can't tell if this is in the actual neighborhood or if this is just like a campus or whatever. It looks like it's just a campus, but I think it's such a shame that there are so many great art assets that they use in my career that we never see again. That really bugs me. So here we see he's playing for the Spartans. That's cool. Shout out to Michigan. See all of the schools we can play. I'm glad that's back. Okay, so I will talk about this. So the one thing that was really good in, I think it was 16 or 17, was when you were in college, you actually were supposed to like win and it meant something. It wasn't like that when they went to the Chinese league in that storyline. I didn't feel like it mattered whether or not I won or like I was really truly bonding with my teammates or anything like that. I didn't feel like they capitalized on having that atmosphere. It was really cool when I first went in and I first heard the Chinese commentary and stuff like that. But past that point, and you had the thing about not living in the States and all that stuff. That was cool. But after that, they took all of the experience away, and it was just kind of like get through these games and get to the G League, if I remember correctly. So I like it when these early modes, whether it's high school or college or whatever, that you actually feel invested that something's on the line, that you actually feel invested that, oh yeah, I really want to win in these leagues because, competition is important, and that becomes a thing that you carry with you throughout the rest of your storyline. And if you lose, that should be an alternate path. It shouldn't be like win or restart. It should change. Oh, well, you're an early bloomer versus a late bloomer. And so that's the theme for me with all of this stuff is just choice, choice, choice. I want as much choice as possible. Yeah, just keep it moving. Don't really care about any of this stuff. And when I say I don't care about it, I mean, I'll see it when the game comes out. Like, I'm not, I don't care about playing on the court with Zion at this point. I need to see that in context. I don't care about trying on clothes. The only thing I care about with the draft is this. And this is going to be controversial. I think we should have the choice, right? You should have the choice to go to wherever you want or to be drafted randomly. For me, it was always exciting in years previous when you played a certain way and you didn't know where you would get drafted. And when you got drafted, you just had to make do with it. You know what I mean? that was important. I thought that was really cool. Just picking the team that you go to, it's not a my career thing. That's a park grind thing for me, right? Because you can always get traded to the team that you want. They have that mechanic in the game as well. So I don't know. But that's an option I would like for all of you guys who want to just go to your favorite team without having anything you did in college or high school affect your draft status. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. You guys should have that option. But for people who just want to actually go through their own career, NBA players don't choose where they're drafted. You know what I mean? They can influence it in certain ways, but they really don't choose, and you just kind of have to make do with where you go. So imagine being a point guard and getting drafted to a team that already has a veteran point guard, and the drama that would come from you got to take his spot from him, like, and he doesn't like it. You were expected to be, a project or something like that, or a backup, or it's a situation like they have in Green Bay where it's like, you're drafting a quarterback, but I'm still here. You know what I mean? Like, this guy clearly needs to be playing soon. Like, so there's a lot of natural, I don't even want to call them storylines, because 2K doesn't really have to do that much to make it interesting. You just need a commentary here, a text message there, a cutscene there to really feel the tension. And obviously the reward system, that's the main thing, is, if you manage to make it work with that character, does he become like a real mentor and you get increased badge upgrades or something like that from that character, or what have you, whatever incentive system there is. Do you get, certain clothing items, some cosmetic items from that kind of relationship, or do you get different cosmetic items from just taking his spot and being like, that bum's time is gone? You go to the media and be like, look, man, everybody has a moment in time where their time is up and it's my time now, like that, which would be crazy for somebody to say, and you would get all of this backlash. And that's what makes MyCAREER an interesting mode to play. Having MyCAREER be a grind mode for Park is not interesting to anybody, right? Like, as a Park player or as a MyCAREER player, it kind of ruins it for everybody. Park players don't want to be stuck in MyCAREER, and MyCAREER players don't want to be stuck in a grind that's just here for you to level up your character and nothing else. They want to actually have the experience of, making that journey from not in the NBA to in the NBA to on the bench to starting lineup to all-star and MVP and NBA champion. So yeah, and then the main thing being the interaction with the teammates and, the off-season stuff, the endorsements, actually having that have some kind of choice. Like, the way it is now, everybody has exactly the same experience. Like, the only thing that changes the MyCAREER experience at all is, what position you play and what team you're on. And honestly, what team you're on doesn't matter that much, because all teams pretty much play the same. It really just matters whether or not the center can shoot. That's the biggest difference. If the center can shoot, then you can 5 out really easy. And if the center can catch oops, then you can throw oops really easy. Other than that, it's basically identical. So, that's pretty much that. I know people are going to be up in arms about what's new and what's not new and blah, blah, blah. I will talk about one Park feature that I really, really, really wish that they had, which is single-player matchmaking. I really wish that there was a place that you could go into as a single player to just get loaded into a Park. And when I say matchmaking, I don't even think it should be ranked matchmaking. I think it should be instantaneous, completely random. Sometimes you're going to come up against some bum who just opened up the game. Sometimes you're going to come up against Stezo the God. Like, it doesn't matter, because you're just getting games in over and over and over again. And it's like any other old school game where multiplayer was just multiplayer. And sometimes, you mud stomp people because they were bad. Sometimes people were at your level and you got a good game. And sometimes you were the one getting mud stomped because those people were very, very good. And that's the experience of non-matchmaking gameplay. That's basically just quick play. You just get games as fast as possible. I wish that was there for single players so that the people, the randos, didn't have to walk around the Park like hoping that somebody would get on a court with them. This goes back to the other thing about Park, about having your record being accessed and having your your overall be seen. It means people don't get games. Everybody's walking up to you looking at their phones and so on and so forth. And quick story on my @MeBro account, I started brand new and I just played with randos and I had an 85% win record, right? Like, playing for months on that account alone. And then playing with my friends, I kept the record up for a while. And then on my old account, before I really learned how to play the game, I had a 40% win record. And so I could actually see the difference when I went to my old account, my old personal account that I hadn't played in since the beginning of the game that people would jump on the court to play against my personal account, and then they would dodge me on my @MyCAREER account. And I'm the same player, obviously, right? So they were going to get the same experience no matter what. They didn't know that. But then when my record raised up on my old account because I was a better player, then I get dodged all the time. And you just literally get like a 2-game win streak, and you have to like start chasing people around the court. Like, so it's that's not an experience that I think anybody likes. And I would love to have more matchmaking options. Obviously, if you have 3, you can play 3v3 Pro-Am. But for the single players, there's nothing they can do about it. And because MYCAREER in its current state is just, you watch this movie and then you're grinding all the time, if you want to get into the park, that's not a place really where you want to be if there's nobody on the play, where you go, oh, I'll just play MYCAREER and that'll be fun. It won't be fun. So, this trailer didn't disappoint me or excite me. It's more of, if it's the same thing as it's been, where you watch a movie and then grind out games, I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be overly invested in it. I'll just be looking to get into the park and playing my team versus people as fast as possible. But as a true fan of MYCAREER's glory days, I really hope that we get back to the place of having choice and really having that kind of RPG element in the MYCAREER. All right, so that is it, guys. That is my overall reaction to the trailer. Not really much to see. There's some new graphics, and there's a new MYCAREER path according to the leak, which seems to be legit. There's like 13 chapters, so it'll be longer, but that's a give and a take. I mean, it better be entirely skippable, because nobody's going to want to do 13 chapters on every single character they make. Want to do 0 chapters on my second, third character, depending on, what position they play and what I did for my first character. Maybe I'd want to play it twice, but for the most part, I don't want to watch your movie 3, 4, 5 times throughout the year. I don't want to have to hold the button to skip it. I just want to get rid of it. There should be, and actually I should say this, there should be a MYCAREER Express mode, where we know you've played this already and you're just making a new character, and we're going to intelligently accommodate that choice. But all right, guys, that's going to be it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for all the love lately on the latest videos, and we'll be here for a lot more NBA 2K21 content. Hope you guys have a great one. Peace.